Welcome guys, my name is Arcade. They're doing 100 days in Jurassic Minecraft, and today we are going to explain a couple of things with this new idea. So you're probably wondering what's on the top right of the death counter, on top right. So that is the death counter. We're going to say to go to 50, at least 50, because we're testing the water still, and we're trying to see if this idea would work, and I can adjust the difficulty, like, you know what I mean, I can adjust the death counter, but 50 is the new thing. So we get started in our new Minecraft world, and instantly, before we even start adjusting any of the things, we get attacked. Before we died to that guy, like we just started and we're just dying already. So I started running in day 0 because, let me be honest with you, because again I didn't know what to do with all that stuff. But anyway, yeah, so I started running and I started to think of an idea of what to do. So I had to think of an idea. So I had to differentiate between friend and foe. So basically, for example, I know that those tyrannosaurs and all that stuff, they only eat plants. So they won't attack me, but if I attack them, they'll attack me. But they won't kill me for food. They'll just kill me if I attack them, or territorial. But again, they ain't territorial, so most likely they'll just attack me if I attack them back. So yeah, we just kept running so we can get an easy way to get like wood and all that stuff. So we can get a weapon. At least I wanted to just get a weapon at the start. So yeah, I kept running. That's all I kept doing that day 0. Just kept running, kept running, kept running, and that's all I kept doing. So to find like a structure in any way. So with this idea of Jurassic Minecraft, I had a couple of hiccups along the way, but I have fully gone the thing done, so I just need to now just get footage of day. I only got day 1 to 3, I believe. This is this is day 0 to 2, or believe, or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, excuse me. Oh Jesus. So I was kind of thinking what to do, because I can't build a house in underwater because there's dinosaurs underwater. I can't build a house really. I have to rely solely on structures, in my opinion. I have to rely solely on structures, and I can make a house in a cave. However, the issue with that is that with the natural disasters thing, the earthquake is probably the worst one to actually, live in a cave, because whenever the earthquake hits, it basically just it deletes everything. Deletes where you're standing, currently standing. Well, like where you're currently standing, it gets deleted. That caused me so much issues in the zombie one. Let me be honest with you. I'll explain that why now, because right. So when I was doing zombie 100 days in zombie Minecraft, I had every 10 days I would increase the frequency, and on day, I would say 30 to 40, Oh my lord. There was a lot of earthquakes. There was a lot of things that were happening during that time. But the only way to make sure that that the earthquake does not break my house is that I have to run away from my house as quickly as possible. However, there's an issue with that. Since there's dinosaurs everywhere, and since there's not a lot of ways to heal up, because let me be honest with you, the only way I'm gonna heal up is with cooked food or with vegetables, or with like food, like like bread and all that stuff. Thank God I'm not doing the difficult brutal mod add-on, because let me be honest with you, that makes food spoiled. And I was doing that with the zombie Minecraft one, which means I had to, like, if I wanted rotten food, then I would have to farm. That I have to set up a farm, and that doesn't seem very caveman like to me. Honest with you, I feel like I want to be able to experience what it was like during those times, and also Jurassic Park as well. Like I'm allowed to have like just like Jurassic Minecraft, let's just say. So yeah, I added a couple of lots of add-ons, even including the Jurassic World add-on. Let me be honest with you, I don't think that adds too much. Let me be honest with you. I was checking what it adds. It doesn't add that too much, but it adds a Spinosaurus, the T-Rex, and the Indominus. I think the Indominus Rex, I believe. I hopefully it does, because that is really cool. Let me be honest with you. The Indominus Rex. I would love to see that in the game, but again, there's too many dinosaurs here, so I wouldn't say I would see them often, as well as mobs. Let me be honest with you. Oh yeah, by the way, here's where I died, because let me be honest with you. That was my first death. So, yeah, because there's hunters in this as well. They go after you, they shoot you. And then I realized, hold on a minute, I was spawned right behind a structure. And I was like, for fuck's sake, well, I better live here. So I start living there, start going to there, and trying to get some sleep, trying to get some shut-eye as well, like, But the only issue is, as I was about to say, is that there's no sheep, there's no pigs, there's no cows, because of one reason. As soon as they spawn, dinosaurs will attack them. As soon as they spawn. Like, not even lying to you, they can spawn, the mobs can spawn, like every mob can spawn. However, they instantly get deleted because of velociraptors, T Rexes, all that stuff, all the dinosaurs. So mobs do exist, like creepers, zombies, skeletons, etc. Like they still do spawn. Spiders is the one thing that's going to make me surpass this challenge. I hope so. Because literally I have only recorded day 0 to 2, and so far I've been planning to try to kill as much spiders as possible, because spiders give you webs. Excuse me. If you have 4 webs, you get 1 white wool. So that's my only way to get a bed. Let me be honest with you. That's the only way I'll ever get a bed in this game, is if I kill a lot of spiders, because there's going to be a lot of dinosaurs attacking the sheep and the pigs and the cows and all that stuff. So yeah, that's not really good idea. That's not really good, because one of the main food sources that is easy to kill, that won't attack me back, will never be able to spawn. So yeah, and another problem with it is that I won't be able to make any books with it, so I can't really make any enchantments on my armor if I even wanted to. So I went back to my bonus chest. By the way, I actually left it. I started running, just left it. I forgot about that, and then I was like thinking of a way to get my pocket watch back. However, I had to make a decision: either run back to wherever the fuck it was and get it, or just leave it. So I decided to leave it. You know, man, I just decided to leave it because there's no point. So yeah, I just started to arm myself up to the teeth with like weapons and armor. No, weapons, just weapons and wood, because I desperately need wood. And I got myself a boat as well, so just in case, so I needed to swim away or like row away. But I'm mostly around icy icebergs, so but no, like it's better to be prepared than unprepared. Let's just But anyway, yeah, I seen a lot of raptors outside my house, so I was like kind of thinking, ah, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of fucking things outside at night, and I don't want to go outside at night because would you ever want to go outside at night with a bunch of dinosaurs? No, I wouldn't think so. But yeah, so that's what happened in day 0. I just stared at this dinosaur for a couple hours because I wanted to go to the toilet. So after I went, I started to come up with ideas to get some food because like I'm running low on food. I also came up with an idea to get a mine shaft running into my house. So I had a bunch of ideas to get some equipment, let's just say. So yeah. So I started mining on my in my house because I wanted to mine in the house to just get a start on mine, and I didn't want to put a mine outside my house because obviously, of course, there's a lot of dinosaurs out there. Didn't want to fucking fuck with them. Didn't want to fuck with me. So yeah, we get start. Oh, excuse me. So we get started on trying to build our mine towards like our mine towards the mine. So we get started and we just have no what you call it, blocks to get started on that because we need more blocks to block it off because I didn't realize how close we were to the ground, let's just say. Yeah, I seen there was a lot of ground, like there was a lot of openness, let's just say. There was a lot of stuff there, and I didn't want to get the dinosaurs, to fucking fuck me in the ass. So I then started seeing that it was getting to be morning time, so I started to just leave that for now and just get some, structures. But not just that, I was getting very, very hungry. So I was like, kind of thinking I was going to have to kill some dinosaurs. So I started to try to find a dinosaur, and I found a compy. Well, I actually found a zombie, and I was like thinking, you know what? I'll use that. I killed him, and I seen that, and I was like, oh, I got my slide. I got a slide. Now, the thing with compies is, I kind of thought they were going to be easy. Like, since they're tiny, since they're not going to be that much a big of a deal. However, they put the fucking zombies to shame. You'll see why in a minute. You'll see why in a couple hours, couple minutes. So we get started, and we have a car, so I was like kind of thinking, you know what, that's actually a good idea. Until I got attacked, and then it was a little compy. This is what I was going to be talking about. So, the compy actually kills me. Yeah, the compy actually kills me. So, when the compy killed me, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I had, like, no food, no way to heal me. Like, this is the problem with it. It was just that, like, there's no way that I was going to heal myself because there was a lot of mobs that died. And there was a creeper. I mean, like, I get the worst fate imaginable. But at least I have a car. That's, like, the most best thing, in my opinion. Like, that's the most greatest thing I have. Like, that's the only thing that I think that was really good. Like, just in case there's something bad happened to my space, I can use that car and just, like, drive off. I tried to kill the big cunt over here, but my thing broke because trying to kill that compy. Again, they have so much health. I thought they were not gonna have that much health, but I underestimated them. I guess all the time I underestimate everybody. But anyway, so I got started on making a bunch of trying to see if I can make anything from the dinosaurs and all that stuff. And I can only make a dart gun. Now, the only issue with the dart gun is that it's very easy to make. The dart gun is very easy to make. However, the ammunition, not so easy. You might think, oh, how do you make that? Well, I'll tell you. You make it with glass. Okay, that's easy. What else is hard? What makes it so hard? You need a poisonous potato. Yep, you didn't hear me wrong. A poisonous potato. And you know why that's bad? Because how am I going to get a poisonous potato? And how am I going to get a potato seed? You know potatoes only spawn in villages, right? Now, I don't know if you know this, but the dinosaurs and all that stuff replace every single structure in the game. Everything. Including villager places. Yeah, you heard me right. So, everything... So there's no way that a villager place will spawn. Ever. Will ever spawn. You can go ahead and try to find one, but you'll never find it, in my opinion. And then, so yeah, you got that problem. And even if I had potato seeds, like let's say for example I got them from a random chest in some place, and I got that. However, I don't know how to make a potato poisonous. So yeah, I have no clue how to make one poisonous. But when they make it, so I cannot make the ammunition, and also there's a feather, but they're easy to make. Well, actually, come to think of it, I can't make a feather because obviously, since I told you that the chickens are gone, everything else is gone. Well, they aren't gone. They can spawn. However, the dinosaurs just eat them up in like 2 seconds. As soon as they spawn, bloop, dead. Like, as soon as they spawn, imagine that life. Imagine that. Just like, you wake up as a newborn chick, and then all you see is the dinosaur in the background going, just like that. Like, imagine that. That'd be funny. It'd be like the Hey Apple meme. Yeah, I've ever seen that one on TikTok or whatever. It's just like, Hey Apple, what? Man. Just like behind him. It's fucking behind him. It's just so funny. That's the way I feel with the Watcher. Like, whenever the Watcher is there, I feel like he likes me so much. I don't know why. He just hates me. Like, I even went, like, I did, like, I do these add-ons with my friends. The Watcher doesn't go after them. No, he only goes after one person, and that one person is me. I have no clue what I've done to the Watcher. I have no clue. I have no clue what I've done to the Watcher. Maybe he just likes torturing me. I don't know why. But whenever I play with him, even with like friends, he goes after me 100% of the time. Like, let's say for example the fog, right? I was like, oh, you guys are fucked. He's going after yous, and then suddenly, no, he goes after me because let me be honest with you. Like, right, so like two of my friends were outside. I was like, okay, he's definitely going after them. No, he runs after me even though I'm inside. He literally breaks down the door just trying to get to me. He definitely hates me. I don't know why I done them. I don't know what I've done to the Watcher, but don't you worry about the Watcher. I also have an idea with the Nightmare, 100 Days in Nightmare, obviously. I'm kind of thinking of the 7... like the 10 levels of hell or something like that. You know, Dante. I'm kind of thinking of like that way. Each time I do each time I do it, like do the horror things, it gets better and better. And each time I do it, it gets worse and worse. So for example, like let's say for example Nightmare. Like I learned my mistake in 100 Days in Hell, like that I shouldn't make it easy on me. So in the next one, I'm not gonna make it easy on me. However, I'm gonna remove the Watcher. I'm not gonna remove. Well, I'm not gonna like. I am gonna have him, but he be added in a couple of 100 days. And yeah, so we're gonna add that in a couple days. Also, we got attacked by earthquake here. Like, you know what? You know the thing is, that's what I'm saying. The earthquakes come out of randomness, but I have to make an alarm. There's this thing that you can have where it can shout out an alarm, where it can show you, oh, by the way, you're going to by the way, there's going to be a earthquake coming in like 20 minutes or something like that. You get what I mean? Or in a minute. So I go back and get my stuff back. So the Watcher is going to go down. So let's for example. So we're not going to add the Watcher in the next in 100 Days in Nightmare, because let me be honest with you, we're going to save him. So, for example, so Nightmare, that's the next one. Nightmare is going to be the next one. 100 Days in Nightmare. After this one, we're going to do that. Don't worry. And I'm going to have so much fun with that. I am having fun with this. It's just editing it, and my brain was getting fucking numb. So I was like taking a break. So yeah, 100 Days of Nightmare is going to have no Watcher, but we're going to have other horror creatures, and whatever horror creature is the most deadly to me, like the most, whoever makes me the most pissed off, or whoever makes me the most pissed, I save them. I save them for later. So for example, in 100 Days in Hell, the only issue I had was with the Watcher again. So That's what I'm trying to say. Is that he is going to be saved. So like, the reason why he's going to be saved is because when we get to the last level of hell, we're going to add all the creatures that give me trouble. That gave me trouble. So for example, let's say for example in Nightmare that there was this monster that would not stop attacking me. He be saved. But if there was multiple creatures in one episode, I had to figure out which one is the most annoying. Because let me be honest with you, I can add a lot of add-ons. However, there's a limit to how many add-ons I can add. And I'm still going to have the Eldritch texture pack because it looks good. Because I actually can't believe how good it looks, in my opinion. And the sun has like an eye kind of thing, and I kind of like that idea. So we're gonna remove, what you call it, werewolves and vampires one because you can morph into them. There's a lot of new ones actually, like that won't let you morph into them, but we will go back to that because if we are going to potentially come up with a new one, I've been playing around with the idea of 100 days in a fantasy kind of thing. Like kind of like Skyrim kind of way. Like I kind of thought of that idea because there's a lot of fantasy add-ons like RL craft and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like. And I kind of like that idea of like magic and all that stuff. So if you guys are up for that, I don't mind doing that. But let me be honest, you, be piss easy. It would not be. It would be so easy to do. It'd be so easy to do. I could add the magic armor set and the god weapons and anything like that. Because in Skyrim, it's all like Norse and all that stuff. Like there's Norse ruins and all that stuff. I think there's even Thor's hammer in the game. I think so. I rather see what I rather have that. Like, and also, but I don't think I'll add the god weapons from the second one. Like Wukong stuff, Cupid's bow. What the fuck's going on here? Oh shit, that's getting caught. Oh, sorry, my phone and controller's getting caught. And Wukong's stuff. However, it's only an idea, so it's not going to be 100% unless people like the idea. Unless people like the idea, I won't do it. You know what I mean? Unless people like it, I won't do it. So, yeah, I don't think it'd be that easy to do anyway. And the Pirates one, the 100 Days in Pirates, I think that's going to be scrapped. Let me be honest with you. I tried to attempt that, like the 100 Days as a pirate. I have no clue what to do. Let me be honest with you. Because you can't be a pirate in Minecraft, let me be honest with you. Like, there's no buried treasure. There's nowhere to get, like, your customizations and all that stuff. There's no way you can do that. Also, where am I going to sleep? And I can't sleep on my boat. You can't sleep on your boat, unfortunately. But I kind of love the idea, though. It's so fucking fun idea. Like, such a fun idea. Like, you being a pirate and all that stuff and having adventures. However, the long run in that is that you can't sleep. Well, I can, but I can just sleep on I have to sleep on the mainland, though. That's the problem. But anyway, yeah. So that's a couple ideas. I've been running through, but the nightmare ones, the horror ones, I'm still gonna do those because I spend a lot of money on those add-ons, those horror add-ons. So I had to use them, and I'm enjoying them. So yeah. I think also that the Halloween mashup pack thing. I might do that again, but this time with more add-ons, and you guys will love that because and obviously you guys you love that one. So I was like, you know what, I'll do that again if it comes to crunch. So yeah, I just did what you guys like because I like that. I like doing that, but it's just been difficult sometimes. I mean, doing those stuff because trying to come up with a way to make a bit more, let's just say, expressive and a bit more easy to follow. But like this is just grand so far. Like I mean, this has been so far grand. I've been not talking about absolute rubbish for half an hour, but still, no, I've been talking about like what would be the next ideas for this one. I'm not going to talk about the days because you could just see it right here. Like you could just see the gameplay because again, like if you just mute my audio and just look at the gameplay, you can just see what happens. So yeah, this just commentary is just like what's gonna happen next, and the general idea of what happened in those like couple days. I mean, what happened in those couple of days? I think the one I remember the most was getting attacked by that compy. Like that was the worst one. I think that was the worst death in my opinion. Because let me be honest with you, it's like the John Hammond death in the book. Yeah, I read the fucking Jurassic Park book. What do you think? He got attacked by a group of compies. Yeah, he did. And then in the book, he's actually corrupt and all that stuff. He's greedy and all that fucking stuff. To be honest with you, I like the Jurassic Park book, but I also like the Jurassic Park movie as well. I like it because let me be honest with you, like it's so fun to see kills. You know what I mean? Like just killing and all that stuff. I always like watching horror stuff and seeing ways to like kill. And one of the best deaths in Jurassic Park 1 for me was Dennis Nedry's death. Because let me be honest with you, that was fucking good. Like he makes the fucking dinosaur try to fucking I forgot what the thing's called. I think it's the Lophosaur, isn't it? Where like it spits acid. Oh man, like I was like, oh, that thing spits acid. That doesn't sound very effective. Why would it spit acid at its prey? Like that doesn't sound very effective. Like what if the fucking thing runs away and all that stuff and doesn't look at it or whatever? And I was like, and then when Dennis Nedry's death happened, I was like, oh Jesus Christ! Never mind then. Fucking hell! It was so cool. Like it was so cool. Or is it just me when he gets the thing in his eyes, like the acid in his eyes? I hear a hiss, like like the not from the dinosaur, not the like the uh, that one. I hear like a fizz, like like burning. Like I hear burning. Is it just me or do I hear burning? Like when he has that in his eye, like when he has that in his eyes, you can hear like burning. Not from the dinosaur, but it sounds like something is burning, and that is brutal. Like to think about it, like that is burning his eyes basically. That is basically burning his eyes. And when I was first seeing it as well, I thought it made his eyes melt, so he can't like. So like basically the way it looked to me, it looked like his eyes was melting. So basically, when he was looking and he got his eyes hit with that fucking acid, um, the visual effect, it looked like the when it was covering it, it looked like when he was trying to peel it off, it looked like his eyes just completely are melted, like they're not there anymore. You get what I mean? And I don't know why. That my brain just suddenly thought, man, he has no eyes now. He has just basically no eyes now. Like just ah, and he tries to fucking get it off, and it's just like tries to get off, and it's just so like I just like that death. In my opinion, it's the best death in Jurassic Park. My favorite Jurassic Park has to be Jurassic Park 3 though. And you know why. Oh, that fucking ringtone is gonna be the death of me. That stupid phone is from the jingle. I heard it from the store. My phone? I loaned it to Nash. And then all you hear is that fucking thing gives me PTSD. I'll be honest with you, it gives me fucking PTSD. I fucking still hate it to this day. That's why I used it, the fucking Jurassic Minecraft trailer, is that like fuck shit. Jurassic Park 3 is my favorite so far. I do like Jurassic Park 3. I kind of like the idea and concept of it. Like, he's coming back. Well, he's not really like. So basically, the wife and mother, the wife and husband try to get their son back from the ski, like from the introduction, and basically, they hire the guy from the actor who did what's his name Owen? No, not Owen. That's Jurassic World, isn't it? Whatever. So basically, they kind of was like, you know what? They need someone that was on the island before, and they know the person who wrote the book. Like wrote that book. And so one of my favorite scenes is when they realize he was never on the island. That was my favorite scene in the whole fucking thing. So like basically, for example, so after like when they were landing and trying to get their son back, they weren't actually being honest with him. They weren't saying anything, saying, "Oh, by the way, we're trying to get our son back." But again, he was kind of thinking this is the same island as before, but no, it wasn't. So when he was going, so when they were going down, and then they realized there's trap there. He starts punching that guy, and he starts saying, Why did you do this? Like, why you fucking kidnap me and all that stuff?" Basically, he kidnapped them. Basically, yeah. And Dr. Connors, I believe. I think it is, or something like that. And basically, he's like saying, "Sure you did. You wrote that book." "I never set foot on this island." And he's like, "Wait a minute. You did. You wrote that book." That was the Alpha, wasn't it? And this is Delta. And then they realize, oh shit. Then they can't really escape because they don't know this place. Like even the man who survived this the first time doesn't know where they are or what to do. Because what I mean, like he survived the first time and now he's going back to it but in a new unknown territory. I love the idea that like, an experienced person comes back but they're on a different island. So the situation is different. You get what I mean? It's not just dinosaurs that are the problem. It's that there's an unknown territory is the problem. Because what I mean, he doesn't know where to go or what to do. What next is to do. He's gonna survive purely on luck and experience kind of bit. Like he does have that experience, yeah. So I kind of love that. I kind of love the Jurassic Park 3. I love it. It's just so fucking good. Jurassic Park 2, no, not really my kind of thing. I didn't like it. Don't mind Jeff Goldblum. He's alright. He's alright fucking guy. I don't care about him really. But I just didn't like it. Personally, just didn't like it because like just personally didn't like it. Like it was just not my thing. Like, it's not my thing. Not really my thing. Jurassic World. I actually like that. Yeah, I do like that. Jurassic Lost Kingdom. Don't like that. I think they should have just left it after that. Like, Jurassic World was really good. Like, I liked the Indominus Rex. I liked the idea of these hybrid T-Rexes and all that stuff, like these hybrid dinosaurs, all that stuff. Kind of like the idea because, like, you know, I mean, because they all, like, we obviously in the world have been trying to, like, hybrid a bunch of animals. So, like, for example, what will happen if a cat and a dog breathe and they get a cat dog hybrid? And that's what makes it scary, is that, like, you have this T-Rex that doesn't think like a T-Rex. Like, because T-Rexes are usually dumb. They're usually not the sharpest tool in the shed. They're the majority of the time in movies not the sharpest tool. Like, they're not really that smart. But what they have going for them is their raw strength and raw power and their, like, determination. That's what they have. That's what their best quality is. But combine that with a raptor's intelligence, because they're very intelligent in those movies. Like, you can even say, like, clever girl, you know, that fucking famous line. So I kind of like the idea that, like, they're trying to hybrid animals to make a powerful dinosaur, and that just suddenly breaks out. You know what I mean? That's what makes it. That's what makes it fucking scary. Like, that's what makes it intimidating. Why Fallen Kingdom doesn't work for me personally? I mean, I understand they try to go back, just trying to say blue, but the dinosaur that they made, which is the Inceptoraptor, I believe, isn't it? Like, you know, basically, if you aim a gun at someone and you target someone and you shoot it, it sends a raptor, that thing, to the person and attacks them, right? So basically, that Inceptoraptor is basically a hybrid between a raptor and a T-Rex, but not the Indominus Rex. You see, the Indominus Rex is a T-Rex hybrid raptor, right? So the outward appearance is a T-Rex, like, you know, big, strong, raw strength. However, has the intelligence of a raptor. But this one, the Inceptoraptor, is the looks and, you know, overall presence as a raptor. However, has the raw strength and the teeth of a T-Rex, and has the basically the power of a T-Rex, basically, which I kind of like the idea. However, I just don't like. I like it. I like the design of it. I just don't like how it's been being made. So basically, for example, what I'm trying to say is, so as I said to you there, you have to aim at someone and shoot with a trigger. So, like, let's say, for example, it's just a snipe ball and it has, like, no bullets in it, and you have, like, a laser and you just hit the trigger, and that sends a signal to the raptor's brain to kill that person. Now, they could just get a gun. In my opinion, that's just so stupid. Hold on there, man. I forgot. I didn't realize the time. Sorry about that. I was talking about rubbish, but still. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed about this because there's 100 days, and hope you guys enjoy this. Bye bye.